Today's Mass readings. May 29, 2020. Friday. The seventh Friday of Easter. First reading. A reading from the Acts of the Apostles. Acts chapter 25 verse 13b to 21. King Agrippa and Bernice arrived in Caesarea on a visit to Festus. Since they spent several days there, Festus referred Paul's case to the king, saying, "There is a man here left in custody by Felix. When I was in Jerusalem, the chief priests and the elders of the Jews brought charges against him and demanded his condemnation. I answered them that it was not Roman practice to hand over an accused person before he has faced his accusers and had the opportunity to defend himself against their charge. So when they came together here, I made no delay. The next day I took my seat on the tribunal and ordered the man to be brought in. His accusers stood around him, but did not charge him with any of the crimes I suspected. Instead, they had some issues with him about their own religion, and about a certain Jesus who had died, but who Paul claimed was alive. Since I was at a loss how to investigate this controversy, I asked if he were willing to go to Jerusalem and there stand trial on these charges. And when Paul appealed that he be held in custody for the emperor's decision, I ordered him held until I could send him to Caesar." The word of the Lord. Responsorial Psalm. Psalms chapter 103 verse 1 to 2, 11 to 12 and 19 to 20 AB. Let our response be, "The Lord has established his throne in heaven." Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all my being, bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits. The Lord has established his throne in heaven. For as the heavens are high above the earth, so surpassing is his kindness toward those who fear him. As far as the east is from the west, so far has he put our transgressions from us. The Lord has established his throne in heaven. The Lord has established his throne in heaven, and his kingdom rules over all. Bless the Lord, all you his angels, you mighty in strength, who do his bidding. The Lord has established his throne in heaven. Gospel reading. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. John chapter 21 verse 15 to 19. After Jesus had revealed himself to his disciples and eaten breakfast with them, he said to Simon Peter, "Simon, son of John, do you love me more than these?" Simon Peter answered him, "Yes, Lord, you know that I love you." Jesus said to him, "Feed my lambs." He then said to Simon Peter a second time, "Simon, son of John, do you love me?" Simon Peter answered him, "Yes, Lord, you know that I love you." He said to him, "Tend my sheep." He said to him the third time, "Simon, son of John, do you love me?" Peter was distressed that he had said to him a third time, "Do you love me?" And he said to him, "Lord, you know everything. You know that I love you." Jesus said to him, "Feed my sheep. Amen, amen, I say to you, when you were younger, you used to dress yourself and go where you wanted. But when you grow old, you will stretch out your hands, and someone else will dress you and lead you where you do not want to go." He said this signifying by what kind of death he would glorify God. And when he had said this, he said to him, "Follow me." The Gospel of the Lord. Before we proceed, it would mean a lot if you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. Please don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on new videos. Feel free to share your comments, suggestions and reflections on the comment section down below. Thank you and God bless. Now, let's continue with the video. The reflection on today's Gospel. Jesus' question, asked 3 times, echoes the 3 times Peter denied Christ. It may be hard to forgive, but it can be harder to accept forgiveness. The ability to believe we are forgiven is crucial to our spiritual growth. This was the defining difference between Peter and Judas. Vacillating Peter went from the shame of his threefold denial of Christ to become the rock on which Christ's church was founded. Judas could not contemplate the possibility of forgiveness. He, who had heard Christ say that one must forgive 70 times 7, could not bring himself to ask Christ to forgive him. Instead, he died in despair. Peter, despite his failings, is chosen to continue the ministry of Jesus by humble service to others. Jesus gives me a ministry of service also. Am I aware of it? Do I carry it out even if it means pain? What answer do I give when, like Peter, I am questioned regarding the extent of my love for Jesus? Can I at least say, you know that I try to love you? Lord, grant that I may never cease asking for forgiveness. If we must be prepared to forgive limitlessly, then we must also be ready to ask for forgiveness, and believe we are forgiven until the moment we die.